As most of you guys know who stay in touch regularly with me, I have just spent the last 3 months of my life doing major construction at our house. And easily of most excitement in that construction project for me was the design of a new kitchen island for our kitchen setup. It has been an absolutely thrilling experience, and I have been so excited to show off this island to all of my friends, but it's becoming a little bit impossible to invite y'all all over to see it in person. And so I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna put it out on social media, and that way y'all can see it and join me in my joy. So for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, I suppose I will start from the beginning of this journey. Okay, so the story goes, we moved to our home in September of 22, and we quickly realized as we started trying to unpack all the boxes from the home that we had lived in for over 16 years that we didn't have anywhere to unpack those boxes to. So while this house was actually bigger square footage wise, it was much smaller in the storage capacity real estate world. So it became obvious to us that we were going to need to start with some built-ins, reconfigure some walls, all of the above. So began our project. One of the things that ended up occurring to us with this was that the kitchen island that was custom to the home was far inferior as far as being utilized for storage capacity. So I set out on a mission to design my own kitchen island for this house. It took me over 6 months working in the evenings, but I finally came up with a place for everything so I could put everything in its place. And basically I compiled a document that was 33 pages long that included literally every square inch of my kitchen island being useful to some important end. So let me show you what that looks like. Here's what I came up with, the original layout of my kitchen, and then here's what my goal was. Original layout, goal kitchen. And then I went just through and designed every square inch of my island. Took the time to go through, put my measurements in, explain what I wanted everything for. I was really trying to be as detailed as possible because I thought whoever is gonna take this job for me needs to know exactly what I have in mind. So it's very excessive document. And so that's just, here, I'll even go real quick through it. That's exactly what I had in mind. Everything from the hinges to how I wanted the columns to be built, the whole 9 yards. So when I finally finished designing the document, I started reaching out to cabinet makers in the area, very well known ones for that matter. And sadly, I was met by a lot of refusal to do business by virtue of the fact that I'm not a professional designer. It seems that a lot of cabinet makers really want to work with industry people, whether that's an interior designer, a general contractor, and I am neither of the two. So even though I had put together this really comprehensive document for them, they were not interested. And so I continued to, just look and see where I might be able to find some cabinet makers. And I kid you not, by the grace of God, I landed on Gunter Gable's cabinets based out of Gunter, Texas, with Mike. And I can't even begin to tell you how good that experience went, actually. This is Mike from Gunter Gable's Custom Cabinets, and he and his son Cameron are in business together and make the most beautiful custom cabinets I have ever seen. When Mike showed up to discuss my project, he walked into my kitchen and he took a look at the rest of my cabinets. And his first comment was, "Now, these cabinets don't match anything in the file that you sent me." And I knew from that moment on that I was going to be hiring this man, because this man had taken the time to pore over my 33-page document and study my desires and dreams. And then he proceeded to open up his laptop, which he had already put the measurements into AutoCAD for, and we just got to business. Okay, so now let me show you how our project turned out. There she is in all of her glory. Now I know color is not for everybody. But what I absolutely loved is that Mike and Cameron were more than happy to indulge me in my color dreams. So we went with a really bold color from Sherwin-Williams called Aquastone, and it is everything I dreamed of it to be. So let me take you on a quick tour of all of the elements of the island. What you're seeing here first is my dog station. And so we built a little ledge here for the dog bowls to rest on. There is a light underneath that I keep on permanently, so it kind of acts as a night light at night. And then this drawer is my junk drawer where I keep all my office supplies and stuff. And then what I really love about this drawer is Mike was so kind to indulge me and sign this work of art that he created for me. So I was most grateful for that. Coming around to the side, now you can start to see where all that storage ended up going. Wow, I'm in love. Everything has a place. So I'll just kind of take you through. First of all, this first one is not even storage. This is just an extra outlet that's kind of concealed on this side. I have to plug in a fan when I cook because we don't have a range hood or anything right here. So that's for that. And then I have a nice little cabinet here for my safety devices, fire extinguishers, and that sort of thing, fire blankets. Here is my spice rack that Mike built for me. All the things in one place. I've got a super large drawer underneath my stove that holds all of my specialty cooking items. And then directly below that, I have my cabinet for all my pots and pans. I went ahead and installed these racks on the side because I like being able to have my lids real accessible on the side. That's there. Just a typical cabinet over here for my beverage stuff, dispensers and whatnot, more drawers. And then what I love about these, because y'all know how it is, we have a million spatulas and spoons. So I have a tiny drawer for each category of utensils. So then a final detail on this side of the island. Below there are these toe kick drawers. We have literally capitalized on every square inch of space by adding drawers on the bottom side for cookie sheets, placemats, whatever. I haven't decided what I'm going to put in there yet, but all I know is it's going to be useful. So now coming around to this side of the island, this is where I have my recycling and my trash can, and it rolls out real nice. And then we even did it as a soft close. And then directly above that is my charging station drawer. And I don't know if you can see this, but there's this really cool built-in outlet here. And what's neat about it, I wish you could see this, but there is an arm behind here that holds the cable so that it does not get stuck in the door or in the trash cans below it or anything. It just protects that from becoming a problem. And then while we're talking outlets, I'll show you the next thing. I have a hidden outlet underneath my decorations here. You just pop it up. And now I have on this side accessibility for more outlets and then even USB ports. So that has been super nice. And then it just pops down. And so when not in use, we just slide this over the top of it and nobody knows it's there. So now lastly, coming around the last side of it, I've got these two giant doors underneath here that on the inside of contain all of my appliance. Whereas before I barely had room to put this anywhere. Now I've got room to grow. It has been absolutely incredible having it all in one spot. So that's my kitchen island. I have thoroughly enjoyed it. We got to use it a bunch over the holidays. host family, have some parties over here, and it was so useful. I am thrilled with how it turned out, and I guess I'm gonna still have to show it to you when you come to my house and see it in person, but in the meantime, now at least the mystery can end and you've been able to get a glimpse of it in advance. So that's it. I hope that you enjoy it as much as I'm enjoying it. And I was excited to share it with y'all. So can't recommend Gunter Gable's custom cabinetry highly enough. Loved my experience working with them. They were amazing. Call them up if you have a custom cabinet need, because oh my goodness, I think I've thought of like 900 additional projects that I'm going to be hiring them to do, because it was such a sweet experience. I even got to go out to Gunter, Texas, and go visit the workshop and like see his process of things, which y'all know, for a nerd like me who enjoys that kind of stuff, that was a field day. I loved that. So they just made it an experience, and I just had so much fun. So anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoyed. Y'all have a wonderful day.